Hello aspirants, welcome to the channel. So this is Basha. So in this video we are going to solve this DI problem. Okay, and let us observe the DI problem, and it is given that following is the data regarding the speed of the boat in still water and the stream speeds of two rivers. Here we have the two rivers, okay, and where the boat flows on 5 days of the week. We have the Monday to Friday, and now we have to answer the questions that follow. Okay, let us observe the given DI. Okay, and try to extract the values and try to write down the values that are given in the this chart. Okay, and just write down the values. Okay, just write down the values, and we are going to solve the questions, which means here in this particular DI we have a lengthy questions. Okay, and I am going to show you how to approach those lengthy questions, in easy manner. Okay, and without doing let's solve the problem. Okay guys, and this is the table, and we have the values that I have written by seeing the graph given. Okay, and let's solve the problems. Okay, and the first question is, it is given that if the difference of the time taken, okay, by the boat to travel the distance downstream in a river A on Monday, okay, and the time taken by the boat to travel upstream in river B for the same distance on Tuesday is 7 hours. Okay, and if you are reading this first time, you might confuse. Okay, that's normal. What you have to do is we have to break down the question. We have to break down the question into smaller pieces. Okay, then only we can able to easily solve this DA. Okay, and I will show you. And it is given that the differences between the time taken is 7 hours. We can easily write that the differences. I know that what are T1 and T2, but the difference is given as 7 hours. Okay, and T1 is nothing but, okay, T1 is nothing but if the time taken by the boat to travel a distance. Okay, now it is the time. Okay, now, okay, to travel a distance downstream, I am writing as a downstream. Okay, on river A on Monday. Okay, this is the first statement. Okay, and T2 is nothing but, okay, the time taken by the boat to travel upstream. Okay, the time to travel upstream, I'm taking upstream as up. Okay, in the river B on Tuesday. Okay, so I hope you got this. Okay, and let's calculate the T1. T1 is nothing but time taken downstream A Monday. Okay, so let us solve this. Okay, here we have to write the time formula. Okay, time is nothing but distance by speed, right? Distance by speed. Okay, and we don't know the distance, but we know that it is the same distance, which means the distance here it is D. Okay, and the distance in T2 is also D. Okay, the T1 is nothing but D by S. Okay, and we have to calculate it. So this distance is I am considering as a D. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, the distance as a D, and the speed is nothing but it is here we have given the downstream. Downstream is nothing but B plus S. Okay, you have to know this formula. We have to downstream and upstream is nothing but B minus S, and downstream is nothing but B plus S. Okay, I hope you know this formula. And downstream, okay, downstream B plus S, it is given that A Monday. Okay, here we have to given that river A, this is river A, and Monday this is. Okay, and 40 plus 15, downstream is nothing but 40 plus 15, it is 55. Okay, we have the 55. Okay, and minus T2, I'm going to calculate the T2. T2 is also nothing but writing here, it is also nothing but distance by speed, right? And the distance is the same distance, I'm considering as a D. Okay, and the speed is nothing but it is given the upstream B Tuesday upstream, which means a B minus, yes, 35 minus 15 is what? 20, right? We have to write as a 20. That is nothing but 7, right? And here we can easily calculate the D, right? I'm taking the D minus 5 as a common, so we can get a 1 minus 11 by 1 minus 4. It is nothing but the difference, okay, is equal to 7. So after solving it, D by 5, 4 minus 11 upon 44, that is nothing but 7. So this is nothing but 7, right? 4 minus, the difference is between 11 and 4 is 7. So I'm cancelling 7 and 7. So 5 into 44 is nothing but 220. So the distance is 220. Okay, we calculate the distance. But what is in the question, what is given it, we have to calculate what is the time taken. I have to calculate what is the time taken. Okay, I'm writing like that. Okay, what is just wait a minute. Okay, what is the time taken okay, by the boat to travel the same distance, which is 220. So d is equal to 220, okay, while going upstream, B on river B on Monday, okay. So we have to calculate, we know the time is equal to distance by speed, right? Okay, so the distance is nothing but 220, I know it, okay. And upstream, which is upstream, B Monday, so B Monday, it's nothing but 20. It's given upstream is nothing but B minus S. 40 minus 20 is what? 20. The speed is nothing but 20. After calculating, we will get 11. So 11 hours is the answer. So we can see that option number B is the correct answer. Okay, and this is how we have to solve this. We just need to break down the formula. We just need to break down the question into smaller pieces. Then we can able to easily solve the question. Okay, and let's solve the another question. Okay, in the second question, it is given that the ratio of the differences of the distance covered by the boat while traveling upstream for 6 hours in river A and B on Thursday and Wednesday to the difference of the distance covered by the boat while traveling downstream for 5 hours in river A and B on Thursday. Okay, I also confused by reading the question, but we have to break down the question. Okay, and it is nothing given that here it is given that the differences, we have to calculate the differences between the distance covered by a boat while traveling the upstream, okay, for 6 hours. So time is nothing but 6 hours, okay, and in river A and B, okay, and on Wednesday, okay, I have written like this. Okay, we have to calculate the differences between A and B. Okay, we have to calculate the differences between A and B. This is not plus, we have to A and B on Wednesday. Okay, here it is given that the ratio, I'm just writing like this, ratio to the differences. Here we also calculate the differences between the distance. We have to calculate the distance covered by the boat while traveling downstream. So downstream, okay, for 5 hours. Here the time is nothing but 5 hours in the river A and B on Thursday. Okay, we just need to calculate the difference. Okay, by using that data, we can write as that we have to calculate the distance. Okay, distance formula is what? Is nothing but speed into time, right? Okay, so we have to calculate the distance. Okay, and we have the formula speed into time. Okay, and what we have to calculate is we have to calculate the difference. Okay, we have to calculate the A and we have to calculate the B and we have to differentiate. We have to find out the difference. Okay, let's solve this. Okay, here it is upstream. Okay, so A Wednesday. Okay, so A Wednesday, upstream is nothing but B minus S. 30 minus 10 is 20. So okay, the speed is nothing but 20. Okay, 20. Okay, now here it is given that 6 is the time. Okay, 6 hours. Okay, minus. Okay, and let's calculate the B. So B Wednesday. So 30 minus 15. It is 15, right? So 15 into 6 upon. Okay, and downstream, it is given that downstream A and B on Thursday. Okay, A on Thursday, downstream. So A on Thursday, it is downstream, right? So we have to add it. So 30. So 30 is the speed into time. Time it is given that 5 minus B. So river B, Thursday, 15 plus 25 is 40. So 40 into 5, right? I'm just taking common as a 6 and here I'm taking a 5 as a common. So 20 minus 15 is 5. Okay, and here we have 30 minus 40 is nothing but 10. Okay, 5 cancel. We got 2 3s, 2 5s. So 3 by 5 is the answer. So here we can see the option B is the correct answer. See how simple it is. We just need to break down the question. Okay, break down the question into smaller pieces, then we can easily solve the question. Okay, and let us solve the next problem. Okay, in the next question it is given that if the sum of the distance traveled by a boat on Friday in river A and river B is 60 kilometers and the difference of the time taken to travel in each river is 1 hour, with more time being spent in river B, what is the total duration of the journey? The boat was going upstream in both cases. Okay, so let's solve this problem. So we are solving the third question. Okay, it is given that if the sum of the distances traveled by a boat on Friday in river A and river B is 60 kilometers. So I'm considering that a distance, we have the distance D1 and we have the distance D2. The sum of the distance is nothing but 60 kilometers. Okay, D1 is nothing but, I'm writing, D1 is nothing but Friday in river A. Okay, sorry. Here we have A and B on Friday. Sorry. It is nothing but A on Friday. It is a A distance. Okay, river A Friday, and this is also Friday only. But river B Friday. Okay, and the differences between the time taken to travel in each river. Okay, this is nothing but a T1 and T2 is nothing but the difference is nothing but 1 hour. Okay, so with the more time spent on river B, which is nothing but I am considering this as a B, right? So more time is a B, which means we have to write it as a T2 minus T1. Okay, T2 minus T1 is 1 hour. Okay, and what we have to calculate is we have to calculate the total duration of the journey. We have to calculate T1 plus T2. Okay, and the boat is going upstream in both cases. Okay, it is upstream in both cases. Okay, and let's solve this problem. Okay, so we have the two equations. Okay, the distance formula is what? Speed into time, right? So I am writing that. Okay, so speed is nothing but A Friday. So here Friday, so 5. So it is upstream, right? 20 minus 5 is nothing but 15. That is the speed. Into time I don't know. So time I am writing as a T1 because I am considering as a T1, right? And okay. And next plus D2 speed is D2 formula, speed into time, right? But D is nothing but B Friday. So B Friday 10. 20 minus 10 is nothing but 10. The speed is 10 into T2 is equal to 60. Okay, and I'm taking 5 as a 5. I'm cancelling 5 in each term. So it is nothing but 5 3s, 3 T1, 5 2s, 2 T2, 5 12s. Okay, this is the equation 1, and we have another equation. T2 minus T1 is 1, right? Okay, from these we can easily calculate the T1 plus T2, right? And let's calculate it. And we have, I'm just multiplying it to 2. So here we have T2, here we have 2T2 is equal to 2 plus 2T1. Okay, and I'm going to substitute this value in here. So we got 3T1 plus 2T2 is nothing but 2 plus 2T1, that is equal to 12, right? And we have the 5T1 and 12 minus 2 is 10. T1 is nothing but 2. Okay, we got T1 as a 2, which means this is a 2, right? And if this is a 2, this must be 1. Then only we can have the difference is equal to 1. So we have 2 plus 1 is nothing but 3. 3 hours is the correct answer. So option number A is the correct answer. Okay, as simple as it is. Okay. And let's solve the another question. So this is the last question, and here in the question it is given that a ratio of the time spent in river A and river B by a boat is a 2:3. Okay, I'm writing here. Okay, here it is the time. Okay, and river A I'm considering it as a TA by time B is nothing but 3/2. Okay, the boat travels upstream in river A, which means here it is upstream. Okay, and downstream in river B it is nothing but downstream. Okay, and the day being considered is Tuesday. So Tuesday, we have to consider the Tuesday. Okay, if the total distance traveled, which means here the distance is different. Okay, here it is D1, here it is D2. Okay, the total distance, which is a D1 plus D2, is nothing but 190. It is given like that. Okay, and what is the differences between the time the boats spent in river A and B, which is nothing but we have to calculate the TA minus TB, the differences between this. Okay, we have to calculate. How can we calculate? We can easily calculate. Okay, let us solve the problem. Okay, we have here TA. Okay, so the time is nothing but time formula is what? It is nothing but distance by speed, right? Okay, the distance I don't know. So here the distance is a D1. So I'm writing as a D1. Okay, so upon just wait a minute, I will. So here we have the TA by TB is nothing but 3/2, right? Okay, I'm writing as a formula. Okay, T is nothing but D by S. So D by S is nothing but a D as a D1 by speed. What is the speed? Here it is given as upstream. Upstream is nothing but B minus S. Okay, so the day is Tuesday. So A Tuesday. So A Tuesday 5. Okay, 35. It is upstream, right? 35 minus 5 is nothing but 30. So the speed is nothing but 30. Okay, by TB. TB, the distance is D2. Here we have the downstream and Tuesday. So B downstream and Tuesday is nothing but 15. So 35 plus 15 is what? 50. I'm writing as a 50. Okay, that is nothing but we have the 3/2. Okay, let us solve this. Okay, 0 0 cancel. I'm writing as a D1 by 3 into 5 by D2. that is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, and we have the d1 by d2 is equal to 3 3 is 9 and 5 2 is 10. So we have the 9 by 10. We got the ratio. Okay, so I'm writing here. So d1 by d2, I got the ratio as a 9 by 10. Okay, and I'm considering as that is this is a 9 parts and this is as a 10 parts, and we have the distance. The total distance is 190, which means the d1 plus d2, which means the 9 parts plus 10 parts is 190, right? Which is nothing but 19 parts is 190 and one part is 10. So one part is 10 means if you substitute here 9 into 10 it is 90 and it is 100. Okay, we got the distances. Okay, we got the distances. Distance 1 is 90, distance 2 is 100. Okay, and in the question it is given that we have to calculate the differences between time A minus time B. Okay, and for that we have to calculate the formula. We know that time is equal to nothing but distance by speed, right? Okay, so I'm calculating here. Okay, ta minus tb is, okay, and here the ta is nothing but the distance d1, right? d1 by speed 1, okay, minus d2 by speed 2, right? And d1 is nothing but 90 by speed is nothing but we already know the speed. Here it is 30, right? We already calculate, minus d2 is nothing but 100, right? And the speed 2 is nothing but 50, right? 50, which is nothing but here it is a 3 and here it is a 2, right? 3 minus 2 is nothing but 1. So 1 hour is the answer. So option number B is the correct answer. And that's all about this video. Okay, and this is an example how we have to approach, how we need to approach the question. So if we have lengthy questions, actually if we have the lengthy questions, how we have to approach. Okay, try to break down the question into smaller things. Okay, then try to get the values from the table, then you can easily solve the questions. Okay, and that's all about this video, and thank you for watching guys, and see you in the next video. Until then, take care, bye bye.